30 minutes of power.
Welcome to 30 Minutes of Power, a podcast dedicated to educate, encourage, and inspire godly people to use their power to empower others. Join your hosts, Jory O'Neill and Nicole Salter, as they share powerful insights on how you can use your God-given talents and
Welcome
gifts
back to
to
another
make a
lovely
positive
episode
impact
of 30
in the
Minutes
world.
of Power, TOP, your one-stop shop for all things inspirational, educational, and motivational. I got my girl here, Melika. What's going on, friend? How you doing?
So good to see you, Joy. I love your energy. And I'm like,
Listen, this is what coffee does to you when you got 4 kids. I'm telling you, keep you up and ready and willing and able. And I'm super excited, honestly, to share that we're going to be playing together soon. So yes, the Clear Youth Parent and Teen Virtual Workshop. We're going to do a combo. Now, I'm super excited about that. So I wanted to give folks who may not know you in that light, right? Because I've always known Melika Miller as a songstress. I mean, a super powerhouse. I won't call you a diva, but when you get on the microphone, it's an energy, it's a vibe. I love it. But there's a separate side of you that folks are gonna get to learn about, and I'm super excited. So wanted to take some time to kind of set the mood and give people an introduction to the greatness that they're gonna experience at this workshop. So Malika, what is your official title in terms of your occupation? I know your passion, music, but you got another passion. So what is that, and how does it fit into your occupation?
so my official title is licensed professional counselor. Like licensed professional counselor in the state of Tennessee specifically. All right. And my master's is in pastoral counseling and spiritual care. So what basically that means that I can merge the Bible within a clinical setting when it comes to therapy or mental health, or I can do it clinically, purely using kind of behavior therapy or person-centered therapy, mindfulness techniques, and different things like that, separate from the scriptures, if the person doesn't want that to be used in their setting. So, yeah.
I love that. And so we're doing a workshop specifically geared toward helping teens become leaders. What are some things, because you actually counsel, right, young people?
Yes.
And so based on the challenges that you see in parents and teens in today's society, can you address some of those specifically that you feel that this type of workshop would help to at least touch upon?
Yeah. One thing that just came to me first, Jory, is building an environment of safety. Safe. Like allowing the child to feel safe to approach you about whatever they need to talk about, and creating this atmosphere of openness, not to the point where as disrespect is there, but to the point of I'm willing to listen and be present with you. I think a real key for parents and for kids want to be seen. Kids want to be seen. They want to be understood. And I think a lot of times with parents, they have difficulty remaining present with the kids in the moments, I hate when people say kiddos. I don't like the word kiddos. With the teens, because I work a lot with teens, they have difficulty being present in those moments, and the teens are hurting. And sometimes the teens don't feel heard. They don't feel seen. So it's important for me as a therapist. What I do is I practice being present. That's a part of therapy, is being present in the moment with the kids, with the children, allowing them to know that I hear them. And as a parent, I want to work with parents to help them to do the same thing with the kid at home, because they're not always going to be with me in therapy. My job with the parents is to teach them how to be the therapist at home. Different tools that I use in my sessions with my kids, I teach the parents too. So specifically communication techniques, I feel statements, being able to communicate emotions, because a lot of times the children don't know how to talk about their emotions because what? The parents don't know how to talk about their emotions, So I talk a lot about that.
We don't want to give too much away now. We don't want to give too much away. So,
Girl, go in. I'm about to go in, Joy.
Look, we gonna go in on the workshop. The thing that I love about doing these types of workshops, and I've done them in person, is it's the immersive activities, right? So this isn't just listening to a bunch of rhetoric. This is actually doing the work in real time, which is why, like, I thought it was absolutely God sent that he put you on my heart to like partner with it and doing this work.
To play together.
All right, to play together. I love that. And so when I think about leadership, I want to hear from you, right? From the clinical perspective. What role does leadership play in the teen and parent dynamic in their relationship?
Honestly, when I think about leadership, my mind always go back to Jesus. Just be really honest with you. And in his leadership, he practiced being in tune with his followers, being present, listening. Now, at the same time, as a parent, you have the authority, but it's not forcing your will on that person, but it's being able to listen and see what's needed in this case and guiding them through it. And I think as a leader, any leader, because there's different types of leaders, right? But the best leader that I've seen are leaders who walk with people in where they are. And as a parent,
again, I don't want to give too much away. I don't want to give too much away, right? Because I think this workshop is something that everybody should pull up to. I think it's an opportunity to not only learn like best techniques and best practices from actual licensed clinicians. This is an opportunity to hear from your child, maybe some things that they've never shared before, right? About what they see in you. And so I didn't want to just have a lot of children present in the workshop. I also wanted to have those parents for the very reasons that you just spoke about, right? Because it's that seeing and that kind of like that reflection and that modeling. Yeah. That's what's gonna seal the deal, right? And so I've done a lot of just qualitative analysis and just finding out from parents, like, what are your pain points? What are the things that you think that your children struggle with the most? And the three biggest ones, honestly, were confidence, organization, and just the ability to like follow through with things to completion. And I was sharing with you earlier about like the experience that I had with my son playing a game of basketball and how he didn't understand the rules and how he wanted to quit and he got really frustrated and we had a good talk, but that just makes me even more convinced that now more than ever, it's not just the students and the children who need to be equipped with these tools, but it's the parents also, right? Like when we were growing up, I don't remember having a social emotional learning curriculum. Like no one was talking about smiley faces and what do you do when you sad. But these are the humans who are now parents. And so if they've never been taught, how in the world, right? And so I always say this phrase, like, you can't give what you don't have.
Right.
And so I think this is an opportunity for parents, even if you don't have those skills, pull up and learn those skills. You want your child to be a better leader, then you lead them.
Yeah.
Right. So I love that. If you could like paint a picture, cast a vision for what you would love to see in terms of parent and teen relationships, what does that future look like?
Oh, that's a good question. I think one of fluid communication and compassion towards each other. And I say it in that way because I've seen in some relationships with some of my clients, teens not feeling loved, but also parents not feeling loved, not feeling respected, or at the same, but on the other side, parents loving their kids, but the kids not really feeling the love and seeing it as love. So in the communication is learning each other's love language, learning how to love each other, learning boundaries, boundaries, because there are boundaries between parents and kids, supposed to be, but learning how to really fluidly learn how to walk with each other in that relationship so you can have safe conversations, these conversations that the kids want to have with the parents. They really do. But it's creating that space to have those conversations with your kids that make them feel like you want it with them and not that you're just wasting their time or your time is being wasted, and sometimes the kids are so busy playing on a computer or playing their little games because of things that they don't want to deal with or don't feel safe talking about. So it's creating that time for that openness, that time for connectedness. That's what I want to see, connectedness, that connection between that parent and that kid so that it can, and the parent being vulnerable with the kid and the kid seeing the vulnerability and learn how to be vulnerable with the parent and the emotions being able to be talked about and regulate or learn how to deal with it. I'm like, that'll be such a great thing.
And it could all be. It doesn't have to be this distant future. It doesn't have to be a wish. It can be reality, right? But both parties have to be willing to be present, to show up, and to do the work. Exactly. And so I'm super excited about this upcoming workshop. And we specifically, I wanted it to be virtual, honestly, because I wanted to impact as many people as possible. I could definitely do it here in the New York area, right? And Melika's in Tennessee. And so instead of us just keeping it to ourselves, like, we want to share it with so many others, right? Because at the end of the day, how you parent and how you lead your child impacts all of us. Yes. Right? As the next generation of leaders for this country and for the world, how they grow up, it's going to make a difference for everyone. So again, thank you so much, Melika. I'm super excited about this workshop. We have June 19th, 2023. Pull up between the hours of 1 and 4 Eastern Standard Time. Clear Youth Leadership Parent and Teen Virtual Workshop. Can't wait to see you there. Thanks again so much, Melika. And I'll see you soon, friend.
Thank you, Dory.
Thank you for tuning in to 30 Minutes of Power. We hope you found today's episode informative and inspiring. To stay connected with us and continue the conversation, follow us on Instagram at 30 Minutes of Power or email us at azironsharpensiron@gmail.com. Don't forget to visit our website at azisi.org to learn more about our mission and how you can get involved. Remember, your power can make a difference in the world. Let's be folks out there using our power to empower others.
30 minutes of power.